Hey YouTube, it's Watachi again. Uh, First off, I want to do an update. My grandchild's doing great. She's had basically all the tubes she had in her are out, except for I think there's one that's still feeding her because she was 6 weeks early, and then they're still running oxygen. It's just that thing that fits on your nose, and she's still breathing through that. But she's being allowed to be picked up by the mom and dad, my son and daughter-in-law. Um, Now, I think next time me and my wife go up there, we'll be able to pick her up too. But that'll be the first time we've been able to hold her. It was just a couple of days ago the first time mom was able to hold her. But both of them are doing good. The mom's already back at home, healing, and the baby, I don't know. They told us that she'd probably be there for 6 weeks, but it could be sooner she'd be coming home because she's doing so good. So just to get that out of the way, because everybody was congratulating me in it, and I appreciate it. But this, I got in almost every video that I talk about how we've been lied to and everything. I always have people that ask me, why would they lie to us? Why would the government lie to us? Why would NASA lie to us? Why would our teachers lie to us? Why would everything that we've been told, why would they lie to us about it? Well, there's several reasons for that. I would say three of them. The first top three would be money, control, and to probably cover up things. Now, as far as money and control goes, I'll start with like your teachers, your professors, and stuff like that. When they get hired, or they get a tenure at a college where they can't even be fired, but when they get these positions, they have a curriculum to teach, whether they believe it or not. They have to follow that curriculum that the school puts out. And I've talked to several people, and I know even when I was in high school, the teachers didn't believe everything they were teaching, but they had to teach it anyway or they'd lose their jobs. So that's just one side of it, which if they lose their jobs, then they have to either find another job or it takes, food off their table. They wouldn't be able to keep a roof over their families' heads, stuff like that. So the government, they lied to us because they don't want us to know what they're actually doing. They want to be able to tax the daylights out of us. They want to be able to do whatever they want behind our backs without being held accountable. And that's all your power there, power and control. And then they want to be able to steal our tax money and put it in their own pockets. Just like AOC, this girl. She went from being a bartender making, if she's lucky, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year. She's already a millionaire, and she's only been there a year. Already a millionaire. By the time she gets somebody gets elected into her position and she gets put out, she'll be a multi-millionaire. And if she's lucky, she's making $170,000 a year. How could she become a millionaire in the first year when she's not even making $250,000 a year? It don't make no sense. But that's reasons. Now, NASA, the reasons why they want to lie, because of the fact that they get $52 million a day out of the American taxpayers. $52 million a day to do their thing. Now, $52 million a year, or a day, you don't think they can make good enough fake photos, fake moon landings, fake rockets taking off and going into space, fake satellites, fake everything. You don't think $52 million a day would do that? I think so. Now, as far as people, in NASA, I'm not saying all of them are lying. Some of them are being fooled with the data that they are reading. They're being fed fake data. But the higher ups, they know it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit. Now, just like on the moon landings, they didn't have video footage of the rockets taking off, going all the way into space, traveling all 236,000 miles to the moon. All they had was data coming in. It was DOS data at that. And it was just numbers and letters. And, that's it. That would come up on a computer screen, and they would take that data and figure out what it meant. And that's how they convinced thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that work for NASA that didn't know better. That's how they convinced all them that they went to the moon and shit. But there was a handful of people like the astronauts and the higher up people in NASA. Just there wasn't a whole bunch of people that knew it was all fake. So not all of them were lying. Some of them were just being fooled. So you got to understand that. That's the same way within our government. No, not all of them are liars. But I can guarantee you everybody sitting in that House of Representatives, all them Congress people, all them senators, they're all lying about something. Now, whether they're all lying about the same things, they're all lying about stuff they're doing. They swear up and down they're going to stand up for our rights. They swear up and down they're going to do this, do that, and then in order to get elected. And then once they get in there, they don't do none of it. They don't do none of it. Just like Trump. Oh, he's going to give his country and the control of this country back to we the people. That ain't never going to happen, people. And I know you think you have control because it says in a constitution that was written back in the 1780s and put into place in the 1790s. You think that constitution is still in place. And they keep lying to you and making you believe it. But that Constitution does not have anything to do with the corporation and the corporation of the United States and the corporation of me and the corporation of you. And you're under corporate law. You're not under constitutional law anymore, people. You haven't been since 1871. That's another lie. Now, they're not going to come out and own up to that. But you can drive down the road, even around here where I live, and you see the signs when you leave one county or one city and you go into another one. It'll say, you're leaving the corporation of Cleveland, or you're entering the corporation of Cleveland, or you're entering or leaving the corporation of Youngstown. They own up to it that they run these cities like corporations, or you're leaving or entering the corporation of Pittsburgh. They have the signs right on the edge of town. But you people don't believe it because you don't believe they'll lie to you. Now, some of you do. I can't say all of you, but for the majority, but I do know this. Most of you do believe that the Constitution's still in place. And it really is. It just don't pertain to you anymore. Because I've tried to explain this to you with it. When it comes to the government and the laws, they have taken the words that we were taught in school that meant one thing, like the word human, the word house. You can look these words up in any dictionary, and they have it'll give you a definition for these words. But when it comes to the government, and the law, they've taken these words and they changed the definitions on them. Just like with the privilege to drive a car. You know, it is a privilege as long as you're a corporation and you're dealing under corporate law. It is a privilege. But if you're not, according to the Constitution, you have the right to travel this country in any manner. It didn't matter, horse, buggy, walk, ride a bike, drive a car. Matter of fact, the car is considered a conveyance and not an automobile or a motorized vehicle or anything like that. It's called a conveyance. And if you call it a motorized vehicle, if you call it an automobile, you are admitting that you're under corporate rule. And that they've changed those definitions so that you don't know what they mean, but you're still using those words. And when you use those words under their laws, you're claiming to be a corporation. I know none of you want to believe that either, but that's a fact. Now, with religion, they change up stuff. I mean, I believe in the Creator. I believe that Jesus came and died on the cross for all of our sins, and the only way to get to heaven is through Jesus. You know, I believe that the books in the Bible were written by people who lived at that time. I cannot say that they haven't been messed with by man, but this is why I believe they talk about space and all these other planets and aliens and all that, because they want to try to prove that the Bible is wrong, that God or the Creator doesn't exist, Jesus never walked on the earth. They want to take that hope away from you, because if they can take that away and you truly believe that you was an amoeba that came up out of the ocean and turned into a monkey that turned into a human, and that all this happened by accident, you have no hope. You have no hope. You're just a peon in this unending space with unending amounts of worlds and other beings. You're just a nothing. So that's why they want to lie to you about the Bible. I mean, it's not just one reason why they want to lie to you. There's many reasons. And most of the time, you know, I talk to people and ask them, do you trust the government? No. So you don't believe that we were on the moon? No, I believe that we were on the moon. And okay, why do you believe that? Because why would they lie to us about it? Okay, let's go back. Do you trust the government? No. Does that make any damn sense? Okay. They passed a law while Obama was in office that they can go door to door and force you to take these vaccines. Now, these vaccines, all you have to do is look them up, people. Look them up through the the CDC. Look up what's in these vaccines. They have aluminum and mercury and things like that in these vaccines. But Obama passed a law where they can come door to door, and if you can't prove you've had these vaccines, they can forcibly put these vaccines in your body. Now, why would they have to do that? Why would they have to do that? I mean, the one way any of these old, like measles and stuff, is going to come back into this country and be a problem is because they're allowing all these illegal immigrants to come over this border. They're allowing all these illegal immigrants to fly in here. They're allowing all these people to come in here on these visas and shit, and then when it runs out, they don't go chase them down, send their butts back home. Now, these people are coming from countries that's never had vaccines. Well, we all been vaccinated since birth. They started pumping vaccines in us when we were kids. That's why we don't have those problems here. But if they keep allowing all these people to come in here from South America, it's never been vaccinated. then of course there's a chance that something might be brought in here. On top of that, they want all these illegal immigrants to come in here because they're giving them free place. They're giving them money to get an apartment, giving them money to get cars. Some of these people did their taxes. They're not even here legally. And some of these people are getting $36,000 back for last year's taxes that they claim they pay. They're claiming kids that aren't even in this country. They're allowed to do that. These people are getting $36,000, $20,000, $15,000. They're getting those kind of tax refunds in April, May, June, whatever, whenever they're coming out, because they're claiming people that aren't even here. Some of these Muslims are claiming 7, 8 wives in this country. Now, we couldn't do that. If we claimed 7 wives, we'd go to jail. But they can do it. They don't even need Social Security numbers and stuff for these kids to claim them on taxes. Now, you people, I'm telling you, I don't understand why you can't figure this out. I mean, I am not this smart. I am not some genius person out here that this stuff just comes to me easily. I research this stuff. I research the crap out of it. I watch a lot of videos on it. And then somewhere in the middle is the truth. Just like this shit that's going on over here in Iran now. We're sending aircraft carriers, bombers, and stuff over. Do you think we're sending those over there just for the hell of it? And Trump's supposed to be, well, why are we, he said in his campaign, we're over here fighting all these wars in all these other countries, costing us billions and trillions of dollars. And we need to stop all that shit till we get our country straightened out. Well, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's sending aircraft carriers and he's getting ready for a war with Iran. And that's going to be a war with China. And who knows if that's going to involve Russia. So we're talking about a pretty big war. So what he's going to need you to do again is lie to your kids and tell them how patriotic it is to go down here and sign up for the military. Tell them how patriotic it is to go in and be in the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, the Army, the National Guard, whatever, and lie to your own kids so they'll go over here and die for the corruption of this government, this corporate government that we have. And then they'll come home and they'll have PTSD and they'll have all these problems where they're killing each other, killing themselves to the count of 25 a day or more. Who knows after this war? That was just during the Iraq, Afghanistan shit that was going on. They were coming back here and killing themselves because they couldn't deal with what they were doing over there because they know it was wrong. But you'll sit and tell your kids and you'll put, my kid, I'm a Marine member's family. I'm a Marine's mom. I'm an Air Force pilot's mom. I'm an Air Force pilot's dad. I'm an Army brat. All this shit. I went over here. I fought for 4 years for your rights and freedom. My rights and freedoms are not being even messed with in Iran at all. They were never messed with by Iraq, Afghanistan. They were never messed with by Germany. They were never messed with by Japan. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor only because we allowed them to. It was not no surprise attack. The government knew they were going to do it and allowed it so that we, the people, would get behind them to get into the war. You can believe what you want, but that's the truth. But y'all need to start. I just don't know what it's going to take for you people. I don't know what it's going to take. You're not going to get this country back by putting all your eggs into fucking Trump's basket. It is not going to happen. You can wish, pray, and all that you want. But they are not going to cut their own throats to give us back our control and power. They're not going to do it. There ain't none of them people going to jail. They'll have some scapegoats that go to jail, but none of the real people are going to go to jail. Clintons will never see prison. Bushes will never see prison. Obamas will never see prison. I doubt they ever even get prosecuted for anything. But you guys will all believe it. Oh, there's 70,000 indictments been going out since, 2 years ago, I think it was? Or 3, right after the freaking election, they started talking. Oh, there's 20,000 indictments getting ready, grand jury indictments getting ready to go out. Then it went up to 30, 40, 50. See, last I heard it was 70-some thousand indictments. Has anybody been arrested? No. Ain't gonna happen, people. As politicians, they're protected. Just like the cops are protected. They're protected. You're not protected, but they are. None of them are going to go to jail. They will fake their deaths and move to another country, or they will just resign and still get their pensions and everything else, step down like it usually happens. They still get, everything they were going to get if they would have stayed in. So you guys, I don't know. You guys need to get over the fact that you don't think these people will lie to you, because they've already have. They've lied to you all your life. Your parents lied to you when you was a baby, trying to convince you Santa Claus was real, the Easter Bunny was real, Tooth Fairy was real, all these lies. You start training your kid to believe lies when they're babies. Lie like hell to them. Then they get in school, they're lied to like hell again, all the way up to when they graduate high school. They go to either work or they go to college, and then there you go. They're being lied to some more. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh, my kid's going to college. My kid's going to have a 4-year degree. That just means they were lied to for 4 more years longer than just high school. Now these kids are 4 years into college. They're so damn brainwashed, they think socialism is the way to go. Give us free health care. Give us free college tuition. Oh, and you want 75% of our paychecks after that? Okay. So I'm going to have to live and survive off of 25% of what I make every month. Too stupid to do the math, huh? I don't know, people. That's my rant for today. I haven't did a video in a few days, so this is what I came up with. And just so you guys know, I'm not doing this. I don't have no notes sitting here. Everything I talk about it comes from memory. It comes from memory. It ain't something that I just looked at yesterday and I'm talking about today, because my memory ain't that good. I've looked at it so many times I can continue to talk about it. All right? May God bless us all, people, because we are going to need it. Have a good day, people. I'm out.